Yeah, and I think the big question tonight is, especially for people who had those gusty winds last night, is are we done yet? And the answer is almost. We're seeing some sustained winds coming in through right now in the teens and some low 20s. We will continue to stay gusty through the night, but not as much as we saw last night. The heaviest rain and the heaviest wind is now behind us. That said, though, as we go overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, we'll continue to see that westerly wind coming in with gusts getting up to about 30 miles an hour. But the later it gets, the calmer it will become. So fast forward to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we're starting to see some single digits in Bremerton and Seattle. And by the time we get into Wednesday morning, we're not only going to see calmer winds, but it's going to start to become offshore and get up to about 23 miles an hour out in Hoquiam. I'm sure we're okay with that. In the big picture, we still have that frontal boundary that's well off towards our east, but it's pulling in all of that post-frontal moisture behind it, but it's kind of spotty in nature. In fact, as we take a look at radar, it definitely confirms we're seeing some spotty but periodically heavy showers that will continue to push in overnight tonight. In fact, as we zoom in, there's a couple spots I'm watching, especially near 101 there, where we've been seeing some lightning and instability. Now that the atmosphere is getting a chance to cool, I do not expect to see any more lightning or hail tonight, but we will see those bands of rain, especially towards Chehalis and down towards I-5. Taking a look off towards the coast, we're going to continue to see those bands of showers moving into places like Ocean Shores and Aberdeen overnight tonight and into the morning. But again, the later it gets, the calmer it should become. Radar's not really picking up on it, but we've got some orographic snow pushing up into the mountains right now. In fact, as we take a look at SNOQUALMIE Pass, chains are required. They're required on Stevens Pass as well. As we take a look at White Pass, it's closed. You can see that snow is accumulated on the roads there and cars are turning around. 7-day snow and freezing level is interesting. It gets down to about 1,500 feet tomorrow, pops up to about 2,000 feet in the afternoon, goes way up on Thursday, but no worries there because we're not expecting any precipitation. Next weekend, it gets cold again. We're going to see snow levels possibly below 1,000 feet and possibly some more accumulating snow. Speaking of which, take a look at this. By the time we get to tomorrow morning, we'll pick up another 7 inches at SNOQUALMIE, 16 at Stevens, 21 at Baker, and even down towards the south, another 9 in White Pass. By the time this whole thing is done tomorrow night, we're going to have an excess of an additional 2 feet at Baker, additional 2 feet at Stevens, and an additional 10 inches at SNOQUALMIE Pass. We're building on snowpack, and the timing is fantastic. Winter storm warning will expire tomorrow. We've got that flood watch. The Skokomish, it floods pretty much every time it rains. Meanwhile, along the coast there, big surf expected up to about 25 feet. So here's what to expect tomorrow. The later it gets, the clearer and calmer it becomes, and 24 hours from now, this thing will be done. Overnight temperatures will be in the low 40s. We hit the mid 50s tomorrow, 60 on Wednesday, 70 on Thursday, and then it gets cold and rainy again this weekend.